Drafting with Numot. Hello everybody, welcome to another edition of Drafting with Numot. We got a specialty draft for you guys today. It is a Lorwyn draft, triple Lorwyn draft. It is the current Flashback draft on Magic Online, and a nice little blast from the past here. As you can see, we have like rare planeswalkers and whatnot. Lorwyn came out in, I believe, 2007, question mark? Let me go look this up real quick. It was released on October 12th, 2007. Yeah, so over 10 years old at this point. Anyways, let's go over the pack real quick since we don't have much time and people probably want to know what to do. So we open in a Johnny. It's going to be the card that I end up taking, but there are a ton of powerful cards here. You have insane commons like Oblivion Ring, if you remember that card. The original Exile effect, one that you could abuse by like bouncing and whatnot. Silvergill Dowser is one of the best commons in the format as well. Just innocuous 2-drop that ruins combat for your opponent. You have a Tarfire here, an Either Snipe, and then a Briarhorn, which is just another amazing uncommon which wrecks people. So a lot of good cards in that pack, but pretty hard to pass the Planeswalker to start things off. Follow things up. Next pack has a Lash Out, which is probably the best card here. 2 mana, 3 damage to a creature. And then random upside of Clash. Clash was a mechanic from this format where it's kind of like a pseudo scry for both players. You both reveal the top card of your library. The person with the Clash card, if their card has a higher converted mana cost, they get an extra ability. And then they both can either put that card on top or on bottom if they want to. Amiiboid Changeling is another surprise 2-drop that just is amazing. So this format is all about guilds / tribes or whatever. You know, you have your elves, you have your merfolk, you have your goblins, you have your elemental, you have your kithkin, etc., 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 fairies, and this just does so much work in combat, either granting a creature all types or taking it away, stripping it away. So we're going to take the Lash Out here, but another secondary choice of the change thing. We also have a Kithkin Harbinger here. There's a Harbinger for most of the guilds, and it just lets you go tutor up something, but I think that's a pretty easy Lash Out. Follow that pack up with either a 3rd pick Neck Snap, Divine Verdict, or whatever you want to call it. This card has been printed in many different iterations. There's also a Plover Knights here. 3/3 flying, 1st strike for 5, just very solid. One of the better cards in the pack here is going to be that Dream Spoiler Witches. 4 mana 2/2 flyer, which is, you know, like a kind of passable rate in limited, but then whenever you cast something during your opponent's turn, you can give a creature -1/-1, and fairies have a ton of ways to do that, whether they're creatures that flash, or you just have counters like this card, etc., etc. Vivid Groves, or all the Vivid cards, all the Vivid lands, 1 for each color, are all very, very good, and probably taken pretty highly. Oh, another common, for example, in this set is Mulldrifter, so you can get, you know, a lot of Mulldrifters, just because of the fact that they're common, but we'll take the 3/3 flying knights here. And looks like there's another one in this pack, which I don't mind taking. Another good card is the Turtleshell Changeling. Again, I've talked about Changelings earlier, but anytime you have a creature that's all creature types, it's just very solid, can add some added benefits to your deck. But I think I'll just take another Plover Knights here. Okay, got a Judge of Currents if we want to take that. Kithkin Healer, Lignify. Currently red-white, which means giants. Red-white is the color of the giant tribe. You can also go elementals with red-white, but it's much more on theme with giants, but I don't think the Axe Grinder giant here is anything worth taking. I think I might just take the Judge of Currents as it has the highest upside. A lot of good merfolk in this set, and this one has some nice synergies with other cards. Okay, looks like it's not going to pan out, as we just do get a 3rd pick Blind Spot Giant here. I think the Blind Spot Giants are probably like the most important of the giants. There's also a Flamekin Harbinger, but nothing too much else. So let's just take the Blind Spot and see what happens. Okay, not a very good pack here for us. There's like an Oaken Brawler, Paperfin Rascal if I want to look to be blue. That should be the Merfolk. I think that's probably a safe play. Take the Paperfin Rascal and maybe end up in Merfolk. Okay, pretty medium pack. That's a Blades of Velis Veil, Bogart Sprite Chaser, which doesn't really do much if I don't get fairies, and it looks like I'm trying to be white right now, so I'm gonna just take the Blades. Another really poor pack here for us. I don't think any of these cards are that playable. Not an impressive first pack at all. In fact, quite a poor first pack, I would say. Still have a few picks to go, though, to kind of solidify it, so we'll see. Alrighty, next card is the Kithkin Greatheart, which is a pretty good wheel for us. Super solid in the Giants deck, just a 2-mana 3/2 first strike, should you get the Giant online. And we only have one right now, but, you know, Changelings help out with that, and the Greatheart can do some good work, so not unhappy to see that card. Although, this Lair Watch Giant I don't think is very playable. So we'll just take another Paperfin Rascal and put it to the sideboard. Ah, okay, another really solid wheel here, the Rune Stalactite. Kind of an expensive equipment, but the fact that it makes any creature, every creature type, is what is so powerful about it. And so I can just like equip it to the Kithkin Greatheart, and that would immediately make it a 4/3 first striker, you know? I don't think Needle Drop is all that good. I might play the Axe Grinder Giant as like a random top-end card, but looks like we're probably cutting the Judge of Currents here. Alright, it looks like I might be going Red-White Giants, which means I want to open Cloud Goat Ranger, Thundercloud Shaman, more Blind Spot Giants, more Kithkin Greathearts, Tarfires, that type of thing. Garrick! I opened a Johnny, and now I opened Garrick. That's kind of crazy. Remember, they're rares in this format, so... Oh, that's super funny. Garrick is pretty insane, too. That being said, we do have a very good pack here for us. Like, Avian Changeling is a surprise all-star. Just 3-mana 2/2 Changeling Flyer is very, very good. There's another Lash Out here. This one's kind of tough, not gonna lie. Garrick or Changeling? I don't think the upside of Garrick and moving into green is worth it, and green-white or red-green aren't really things, so I think it's probably just the Changeling here over the Lash Out. It's close, though. Lash Out's very good, but I think the upside of having a Giant right now is just way too good. As we get a really poor pack here for us. I mean, I do have a Consuming Bonfire, which is an okay play. Just it's 4 damage to a creature, effectively, but not great. There's a Stony Brook Angler, very good card. Lissalana Huntmaster, great in the Elf deck, but we'll just take the expensive removal spell. Oh, there's that Muldrifter I was talking about at common. Ugh, hurts so bad to pass that, but there's another Kithkin Greatheart here, and I'm kind of solidifying myself at this point into the Giant plan. There is a Kithkin Harbinger as well, which is good. I can go tutor up like the Greatheart or the Changeling more specifically, but I think we just want another Greatheart here. Okay, another good pickup in the form of Knight of Meadowgrain, just a 2/2 lifelinker with first strike for 2 mana. Next snap here versus another Rune Stalactite, but we'll take the removal. Okay, this is working out. This is working out okay. Some more red and blue cards. Don't really want the Stink Drinker Daredevil in our deck. We're not playing the super expensive, you know, Giants deck, so I'm just going to take the Hillcomber Giant. Okay, let's take the Giant. And again, there is a possibility where we cut red, which would be funny. Go heavier mono white. Yeah, I guess we probably want that Grinder Giant with the double Greatheart. Tough to say. Second pack definitely helped us out quite a bit, though. Sad that we had to pass another Planeswalker, but maybe I opened Chandra in the last pack. That'd be insane. Alright, some more good cards here. We'll take the Surge of Thoughtweft, though. We have a decent number of Kithkin. Just a +1/+1 for your team, plus a card draw is nice. Right, we have the 2 Plover Knights, which are Kithkin. Changelings of Kithkin, 2 Great Hearts, and the Knight of Meadowgrain are Kithkin, so not too shabby. Okay, not going to play any of these cards, most likely. But Brawler is the best card out of the bunch, so we will take that. Okay, that's not bad. We have a Lowland Oaf, which is a giant, or a Firebelly Changeling, which is just an okay changeling. I think this is one of the weaker changelings, though, so gonna take the Oaf here. And we wheel... Okay, sideboard Wistmare. Not terrible. Good sideboard option. 1/3 flyer that kills an enchantment. I mean, you could even main deck this card in a pinch. Like a 1/3 flyer is not terrible. Okay, another Axe Grinder Giant, which, again, probably not playing. Hopefully not playing. Didn't see any other blind spot giants yet, which are like the bread and butter of the giant deck. That's okay, though. I guess that it's really the Kithkin Greatheart that are more important. And let's just take another 2-drop here. We're more Kithkin than giant right now, but that's okay. They do go hand in hand as we take an Inner Flame Acolyte. Fine card, not amazing, but fine. Alright, one more pack to go. You have to be kidding. All 3 packs, I opened a Planeswalker. That's that's hilarious. I opened a Johnny into Garrick into Jace. Now, again, these cards are rare now in this format, so it's more likely to do that, but that's hilarious. Anyways, we have another Changeling here, another Lash Out. There's also a Crib Swap, which is a very, very good removal spell. It's a Changeling spell as well, so it triggers any creature or card that cares about, you know, having the subtype Changeling tribal. Changeling number 2 versus Lash Out number 2. I think I might just go with the removal spell this time. I don't expect the Avian Changeling to wheel, though. That card's just too good, but I think we want some more removals. Incandescent Soulstoke. This is the Elemental Lord. I do have 1 Elemental right now, 2 Elementals even, because Changeling as well, but not the card we're going to take. Hearthcage Giant, too expensive for me to take here, but a very powerful card, obviously. Don't think we want another Oaf. We can probably wheel the Surge of Thoughtweft, so let's just take the Kinsbale Skirmisher number 2. Okay, there's another blind spot for us. Perfect. Silvergill Adept here. Ponder. Some good blue cards, but Giant is exactly what we're looking for. Ooh! Okay, now we're talking. Wow, this pack is insane. We have a Wizened Sen, which is absurd in our deck because we have so many Kithyn. We actually have an Ashling the Pilgrim, which is a huge bomb then, I think. Like a 2-mana 1/1, but you can pay 2 to put a 1/1 counter on it, and then if it's the 3rd time you've activated it this turn, you remove all 1/1 counters, and it deals that much damage to each creature in each play. Like, oh god. The Wizened Sen would be so good in our deck, but Ashling is just a straight-up bomb. Wow. What a crazy pickup. What a crazy freaking pickup. Gold Meadow Stalwart, just a solid 1-mana 2/2. There's also another Kithkin Greatheart here. Let me double check the number of giants I have right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Only 5. 6 with the Rune Stalactite. So let's just take the Stalwart here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. These blind spot giants didn't really get there. I think I need to play them, though, just for the Great Hearts. Okay. A lot of red-white cards here, but nothing that's actually that great. I don't think Shields of Velis Vale is all that important. Impressive, even. Ooh, wow. Is this... No, this is not on the... Wow, we have a Tarfire and an Avian Changeling here. That's insane. Holy moly. Okay, I think I can take out the Blades of Velis Vale and the Inner Flame Acolyte. Let's take the Changeling here for our Blind Spot Giant and Great Heart purposes. God, I hate passing a Tarfire here, but I think it's correct. Okay, we 8th pick Plover Knights. There's a Smoke Raider, one of the best cards for the Elemental deck. I don't think we're going to play another Plover Knights, but we're not playing anything else out of that pack. Okay, we didn't wheel anything, so we'll just take the Vivid Crag. Good pickup. This deck got there, for sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 giants. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 giants. Okay. The blind spot are a little bit awkward, but I think they're doable. I don't think we want to play an Lowland Oath. Number 2. In fact, the first Lowland Oath might be worse here than, say, Axe Grinder Giant, but I think just because it's cheaper and it feels better curve purposes, we want to play it. Last few irrelevant pickups. Okay. Alright, not bad. Not bad at all. Actually, I think I might run the Firebelly Changeling over, say, one of the Kinsbale Skirmishers, just for, again, the giant synergies. It's probably better. Let's add the Vivid Crag. And let's go 9-7. Could even go 10-6, I guess, but 9-7 is probably safer, especially with Ashling. Alright, this deck's very good. Let's take it for a spin and see how we do. Here's round 1 of this triple Lorwyn draft. We're going to be on the play. And we're going to keep this hand. Turn 2 Ashling. Just start going off. Make it very hard for opponent if they don't immediately have a removal spell. Hopefully we're playing against like white-blue. Then they won't have too many ways. Green. Okay, so they might be playing, say, elves, if they're playing green. Lash out another solid draw for us, of course. We just have so much removal now. Yeah, green-black is the only problem, which it is elves, but gives them access to black cards. Oh, wow, a Johnny with the Ashling combo is nice. I think we're just going to pass here and level up Ashling. I don't think I need to lash out the Leaf Gilder. It looks like they might attack for 2. That's good. Means they're not playing a 4-drop. Three mana. Could have like a Gilt Leaf Ambush, which is a 3-mana instant that makes 2 1/1s, and then we clash and they can gain lifelink. Elvish Harbinger, I don't know, that's another good one too. Opponent has a good start, really good elf start, so they get a tutor for something and put it on top. Aww. Well, it looks like Ashling's gonna die here before I ever get a chance to wipe with it. So, since that's the case, yeah, you have to the ability has to be activated 3 times on one specific turn to work. So, we'll Let's just bash in, and then I'm going to go ahead and lash out the... No, I guess I'm going to lash out the Leaf Gilder since it's unlikely they're playing more colors. And the reason I'm doing this on my turn is because we know that they already have a card that they want to keep on top, so they're not getting extra value by me revealing a new card for them. I don't think I need the Blind Spot Giant here, so let's put that on the bottom. And then again, presumably they just put the Eye Blights back on top. We'll probably just see them kill the Ashling. Have 2 mana left over. Yep, there goes the Ash. And they have a follow-up play by Kithkin Daggerdare. Alright. Not a very good hand. Need some more creatures to go with this Ajani. I think we're going to go ahead and play it out, though. And just uptick, gain 2 life. Because on the board, they can only deal 3 to Ajani, and then you would have to use the Harbinger as an attacker and the Kithkin Daggerdare as a pump. So, I think this is okay, especially when we have a removal spell to back it up next turn. Yeah, this is fine. Do not mind that at all. A Bogart Harbinger now. Okay, now they're going to go tutor for a Goblin card. Put it on top. Hopefully they don't have like Nameless Inversion or something. Which they did. Would really like to find a creature then. Ah! The Giant again. So awkward. Well, I think my best bet at this point then is just to probably play the Giant. Put a 1/1 counter on both my creatures. And let them kill a Johnny next turn. Hope that I find a Giant so that I can attack with my Blind Spot the next turn as well. Alright, so here's the inversion on the Kinsbale Skirmisher. Plains, too. Oh, wow. Alright. Well, they're playing it a little bit risky. They're not sending multiple creatures at a Johnny, so if I had another burn spell, I could wreck them here. Okay. And at this point, I think I just got to kill the Daggerdare. Prevent some bleeding. I need to find a Giant, though, obviously. Alright, both players on the top deck, but opponent with the actual aggression. Uh-oh, they drew something big. Thorntooth Witch, okay. Well, now if they ever cast a Tree Folk spell, they get to just ruin my day. This is a Swiss event, though, so even if we lose the first round, we still get to play 2 more matches. Yep, they get to attack for 3. 3/4 is big on this board. Into a Dream Spoiler Witch. Yep, and that's going to do it. Go ahead and just concede. Drew another land there, no good. 2 removal spells is all... Wow, we were drawing a lot of bricks there. Okay, so the opponent's playing Elves. Don't think there's much I bring in. Kind of just flooded out there at the end. There was a point where, you know, I had the Blind Spot Giant and they had the 2 creatures. So we were both in top deck mode and then we just didn't draw anything, unfortunately. Looks like I'm probably not going to need this Wispmare, though. Yeah, just bring in another Plover Knights. See if we can do a little bit better this time. I did keep a little bit of a sketchy hand, though. It was Ashling, Consuming Bonfire, 5 land, so... Yeah, again, I'm going to keep this hand. It's just... Ashling's too good, and even though we only have 1 red source, we do have the Lash Out as well. Here, though, I lead on Plains to make sure, in case I draw the Knight of Meadowgrain, turn 2. We'd rather play that on turn 2. Blind Spot Giant again. Alright, well, hopefully this time the Giant gets a little more action. Nice, did draw a mountain. Alright. Attacking for 1. I think here it's better just to play the Blind Spot Giant out instead of the pump up the Ashling. Because now if we draw a Giant next turn, we can attack for more damage, plus it's just more mana efficient. Using available 3 lands to activate a 2 mana ability doesn't feel the greatest. Battle Wand Oak from the opponent, okay. So we're not going to lash that out on upkeep. Nice, we did draw a Giant. The old Changeling Giant, so our Blind Spot can attack. Cloud Crown Oak, that's a good one. I can block pretty well, as I take 5 here from a very large Battle Wand Oak for the turn. No big deal though, I do get to bash in for quite a bit of damage here. So we go racing. Alright, looks like they're going to trade, that's fine. Let's double activate our Ashling. Hit for 4. 1 more red source and I can blow up the Ashling too, which is nice. It's out of range of Nameless Inversion currently. Eyeblight's ending would still kill it. And we don't know what they're playing white for. It could be a neck snap. Could be a variety of things. Okay, they do have 5 mana and double black, so Weed Strangle now is a possibility. What do you got here? 5 mana. Oh, sorry, 3 mana. Oh, they just had the Eyeblights again. Okay. Sucks. And they do want to race. Interesting, I'm down for it. Again, we're going to save the Lash Out for now. Drew a good one. Hit for 2. Hopefully they don't have Nameless Inversion again. Looks like they don't, otherwise they probably would have used it end of turn on the Plover Knights. Alright, they played a Forest, the Oak becomes a 3/5, we take another 3. Follow up, 3 mana. Okay, another Elvish Harbinger. This can go get the Nameless Inversion, I'm going to assume. Now do I want to lash out the Harbinger? Helps force in the Firebelly Changeling, I guess. And it gives me a free Scry pseudo, so let's do the Lash Out here. Keep another Plover Knights, nice. And so we're going to deal 5 damage or 3 damage to them there. And put them to 2. Another Mountain would have won the game, but since we know they're only drawing Nameless Inversion, it's unlikely they're going to have 2 removal spells, so they're probably just dead the Plover Knights at this point. Oh, nope, they had a Battle Crown Oak. Okay. They can't attack, but that was a good draw for them. Yeah, and now I'm whiffing out here. Doesn't matter if I play the mountain or not, because I can only activate the changeling twice every turn. So Nameless Inversion, 2 unknown cards in their hand. Hopefully, again, I don't start flooding out, because very real possibility we lose if I do. Okay, Forest. See if they attack for 3. This is an attack for 5 if they want to, if they Nameless Inversion right now too. So they have something else to deal with a Plover Knight? Okay. Not bad. Yeah, we make a full-on attack. Oh, no, no. They have the Firebelly Changeling. Or sorry, they have the Nameless Inversion, so they get to actually kill my Changeling there. Oh, yikes. Well, I need to force the action, unfortunately. Dang, that was a good draw for them. Alright, so I got a Nameless Inversion, kill one of my Plover Knights, yes. Kill my Firebelly, yes. Okay, well they are Hellbent though. So now they have to leave back the Dream Spoiler, which is to chump the Plover Knights if they don't draw anything. Okay, Leaf Gilder doesn't do it. I'm going to take 1, go to 7. I attack for 3, they have to chump. Knight of Meadowgrain was not a terrible draw. Notably, I wasn't dead here if they drew another Forest or Treefolk spell anyways, if I had just Brick there. So now they need to find an answer to the Plover Knights or we win. Whew, okay. Got a little bit scary there at the end. Did manage to pull that one through though. Make any cuts? I don't think so. I think it looks pretty good as it is. Yeah, let's run it back. Try to win the third game. Get him, get him. Alrighty, game 3 here of round 1 in this triple Lorwyn draft. Our hand is amazing. Yes, I do want to play the Vivid Crag here first. I can use one of the counters to produce a white, and that lets me curve out 2, 3, 4 if I want to. Or I could just lash out the Leaf Gilder right now. That's pretty tempting. I think I'm going to do that. They have a Doran? Oh no! Do we want the Surge of Thoughtweft? I think I want that. We'll see what they do with the Doran. That's what their white splash was for, apparently. Will they keep it or will they not? They bottomed. Alright, so no Doran in the future for us. As they have the Battle Wand Oak again. We're going to play out the Giant first into Knight of Meadowgrain plus Skirmisher, and then a Johnny the turn after. Ooh, no plays. Nice. Oh, and we actually drew another Giant, so that's going to be the play instead. Because now if they don't kill the other one, I get to start bashing him for huge damages. Another Oak, okay. This is an easy race here for us. Skirmisher, one of the Giants. Attack for 9. Play out the Knight of Meadowgrain. And then next turn a Johnny minus is probably going to just be GG. Plus they know I have the Surge of Thoughtweft in my hand. Alright, well that game wasn't very close. GG, let's go to round 2. Here's round 2 of this Lorwyn draft on the draw, and pretty fine hand. Not amazing, but fine indeed. Got 2 of our rares, which I can't complain about. Best draw might just be like another blind spot giant so that I can go giant into giant, curve out. Oh, I played the wrong land. I should have played plains. In case I draw that Knight of Meadowgrain. I guess, luckily I didn't get punished. And drew ourselves a Avian Changeling here. Playing against blue-black, which is probably fairies, I would imagine. We'll see if they do anything this turn. Doesn't look like it, though. Alright, let's attack in for 1. See if they have a Pestermite. Okay, no Pestermite. I'm not going to pump. We're just going to play out an Avian Changeling, keep our curve going well. With the a Johnny Goldmane in our hand, we just want to play out creatures. Dream Spoiler Witches here would be a little bit annoying, I suppose. Oh, just a 2/3 Death Touch. Okay, that's not that bad. In that case, we will simply attack for 2 in the air. Play out our Lowland Oath. Next turn I'm just going to run out my Greatheart and my Wispmare, and then the turn after that a Johnny Minus, I think is the plan for me. Ooh, Hunter of Eyeblights. Okay. So Hunter of Eyeblights puts a 1/1 counter on a creature when it enters, and then they can destroy a creature with a counter on it. Oh wow, which actually sucks for the Ajani, so I need to draw Lash Out. Real bad. Otherwise I can't even use the Ashling, because they can just pop it off too. Oh, that's hilarious. Alright, well, let's hit them for 6, because I don't think they're going to block. Oh, I was going to say, I'd be very surprised if they block there, considering they can kill it for free. Although maybe they just don't want to take the 4 damage, which would make sense. Alright, let's play a 3/2 first strike, 1/3 flyer, pass the turn. They do have to hold up 3 mana this turn, though, to activate the Hunter. Rune Stalactite, that's a decent one. Okay, so they're going to equip on their Moon Glove, I would imagine. Oh, on the Hunter, okay. Either way. So, we did hit the mountain for Ashling. How do I want to play this? I think we actually can attack with everything if we want to. Everything but Ashling, I should say. Okay, let first strike damage resolve. Go to regular damage. They're going to kill my dude, that's fine. We get him for 3 in the air. And then I think I just blow up the Ashling, right? I mean, the 2 flyers are still killing them. But this seems pretty good. Because if I don't do this now, then the Ashling can never be activated in the face of the Eyeblight, the Hunter. Oh, did I read this card wrong? Oh no, I thought Ashling survived. Oh no. Oh no, I made a mistake. I should not have done that. For some reason, I thought Ashling didn't kill itself. Whoops. Well, that's awkward. That was just a bad play. I should have just kept beating in with the flyers. Opponent would be at 8 right now. I would pass. Oh, man. I guess I should read the cards. Wow. And now they have 3 cards in their hand still. Oh, boy. Major mistakes were made. Major mistakes were made. I'm pretty sure if I just take the loss there on the lowland oaf, just let them eat it, and play out a Johnny uptick, I can't lose, really. Alright, I mean, that was a good draw. They did just get to look at the top 4 cards of the library, so if they have another removal spell, I'm sure they're going to use it on this immediately. Weed Strangler or something otherwise. Oh, just a Fathom Trawl. Okay. And no removal there off of the Fathom Trawl. That's very good for us. So they have Nap, Feast, and a Marsh Flitter in hand. Which means next turn I get to a Johnny minus, give our Plover Knights Vigilance, hit him for 4. Okay. I can still win this. I need to give it Vigilance next turn so that it gets around the Glimmerdust Nap, for the record. So I'll take my beat here for 4. Or no attacks, interesting. Yeah. Now we just run out the Ajani. Give our creature Menace, or sorry, Vigilance. Put them to 1. And now they have to play Marsh Flitter next turn to chump the Plover Knights. But then they can Foot Bottom Feast the Marsh Flitter after they chump with it once. I might pull this game out even though I punted huge. Oh, that's so funny. Yeah, I guess we would have had a really easy win, wouldn't we? They'd have the Hunter and the Winnower, but those cards are whatever. Darn, they drew a Whirlpool well, and they have a Pestermite on top, which they're leaving. Eeks. So we don't want the Surge of Thought Weft, I don't think. So now they get to kill a Johnny. Oh, and then they get to Pestermite plus Glimmerdust Nap my Plover Knights. Wow, they actually hit the nuts there, didn't they? Yeah, we're dead. Dang, that's unlucky. Alright. Well, probably need to go to game 2 where hopefully I don't punt again. I'm gonna take 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I need to draw my secondary Lash Out and win the Clash. That's the only way I win here. Boo boo boo. Kinsvale Skirmisher is not going to do it. Run it out though. Still have a Foot Bottom Feast in their hand as well. The joy of not reading what your cards did. Yep, take 4 in the air. Oh, they're going to sack a Goblin. Alright, so they're going to put me on a 2-turn clock. That makes sense. Come on, Lash Out. Come on, Lash Out. Lash Out. Well, darn. That doesn't win. Alright, GG's. Definitely made mistakes there. That Ashling play was terrible. Looks like we might have won the game pretty easily had I not done that. Looks like Wismare is still going to be okay since they have so many 2/2 flyers. I'm debating whether or not I want the Hurly-Burly versus them too. Why would I not just run Plover Knights here? Probably should just be starting the third Plover Knight. Okay, no mistakes, no punts this time, please. I keep drawing Ashling, and I keep either losing it or making that mistake there. Really solid hand here. Don't have anything to do until turn 3, so it'd be lovely to draw a 2-drop, but turn 3 Blind Spot Giant, turn 4 Avian Changeling, turn 5 a Johnny. Attack for 8. 2-drop here would be nuts. Absolutely nuts. Ponder from the opponent. Alright, no 2-drop, but that's alright. Just another Giant's not terrible, as we lead with the blind spot here. Okay, no broken ambitions from them, so that's good. Could have like a Pestermite or something, of course. Alright, just another pass. Yep, looks like it is a Pestermite. I think they're going to tap down a land, though, and not the Giant, which is really good for us, because I still just have the Avian Changeling. Now look who decided to show up again. Kind of funny. I feel like we keep drawing the same cards over and over and over every game. Which, I mean, I guess I can't complain so much, but... Alright, so how do I want to play this turn? I think I offer the Blind Spot Giant here. If they want to trade it away with Rogue and a Pestermite, or Rogue and a Flitter. That being said, I could also just pass and wait until next turn. Like, play Kithkin Greatheart here. Play a Johnny here. Sorry, Ashling here. And then go for the Johnny minus next turn. Would be pretty good. Opponent still has 5 cards in their hand, though, so I'm not, like, super comfortable with our position. Five cards in hand. Ooh, there's that Hunter of Eyeblight. Alright, well, that ruins my Johnny Goldmane again, doesn't it? Drew Plover Knights for the turn. Wow, gosh, Hunter is so good versus a Johnny. Huh. Man, no good. Well, if I attack with the Greatheart and the Giant, they're just going to put the Marsh Flitter here, the Goblin here, and then sacrifice. So not a very good play. Or it doesn't feel like a very good play anyways. Just running out the Plover Knights doesn't seem all that tempting either. I'm thinking about a Johnny minus and just attacking with all these 3 creatures, but again, I think in the face of the Eyeblights, I don't want to do that. I suppose I don't mind getting the Marsh Flitter off the battlefield. Let's see if they make that block after all. Hunter, though, just a complete beating versus me. Okay, this is not that bad for me. This is much better than them blocking with the Marsh Flitter and sacrificing. Which creatures looks like they found out. Where's my removal when I need it? Stinky Hunter, too good. So I have to be a little bit careful about using my Vivid Crag again for white, as I only has one counter left and I have 2 double white cards in my hand. We need to draw. We needed to have drawn Lash Out versus his opponent. Alright, they're going with the Dream Spoiler, which is here instead. Interesting. Found another giant. Okay, so let's go to combat. I'm going to imagine they have like a Whirlpool Whelm in their hand then. In which case we only want to attack with these 2 creatures and not our Changeling. Oh, maybe they don't. Okay. Let's just run out the blind spot then. And pass. Okay, they have 3 cards left in hand. Let's see if they pass again. And I think at the end of the turn, I'm definitely supposed to use Ashling's ability. That way, my Ashling doesn't just die to them casting a spell at end of turn. And it makes it super awkward for them to not do anything here. So we get a full-on attack. Don't think we want to trade off the Changeling yet. Comes the Whelm or whatever. Footbottom Feast, returning Marsh Flitter. Okay, that's okay. It's fine. Alright, so we're going to order the Dream Spoiler Witch first, and we're going to pass priority here. Okay, first strike resolves. I'm going to go to regular damage because they have to use their Hunter of Eyeblights first. So now we get to see if they kill the Ashling or the Kithkin Greatheart here. It looks like they're killing the Greatheart, so we'll let that happen. And then I'm going to go ahead and level up the Ashling here once. And then play the secondary Kithkin Greatheart after damage. Okay, looking good. They have a Marsh Flitter, 2 unknown cards in their hand. There's the Marsh Flitter. Looks like maybe they just pass. There's another land. Alright. Well, I can blow up Ashling now at any moment if I want. Although here, I think we're supposed to jam the Ajani now. Give our creatures +1/+1 in vigilance. I think attacking with everything seems okay. Ooh, they must have something for the Ashling then. Alright, I'm just going to pass priority. If they have the Whirlpool Whelm, I want to be able to replay the Ashling afterwards. And Ashling is still lethal next turn if I triple activate anyways, so no big deal. Alright, got the game too. Didn't blow up my board with my own creature, so that's a net positive. Let's go to sideboarding. Maybe the Hurly-Burly is worth it after all. I mean, I don't know. If they play the Marsh Flitter again, then yeah, it's a little bit interesting, but doesn't seem all that good, honestly. Yeah, I think we just run it back. Need to find one of our 2 Lash Outs or our Consuming Bonfire if they just run out the Hunter Vibe Lights again. Okay, here's game 3 of the second round, and our hand is amazing. Missing a 2-drop, but I have turn 1 Gold Meadow Stalwart. Oops. Into turn 3 Blind Spot Giant, turn 4 Avian Changeling. Pretty good. Oh, come on, give me a 2-drop. Boom! Alright. Just basically draw a Johnny every single game ever. Suppose I'm not upset about that. Do have a Neck Snap, but no Lash Out. Moonglove Extract. Alright, they can probably just shoot off my Stalwart if they want to. Looks like they might save that for my Changeling, though. Oh, well, I drew a secondary. Let's attack for 2. Extract's still going to be annoying here, as if I play the Changeling, they just get to kill it before I attack with the Blind Spot. Oh, they did draw their Marsh Flitter again. Okay. Well, I guess I'm still going to play it out, make them do it. Yep. We're just going to pass here. Got to get off the battlefield at one point or another. And I don't really have a way to wait and try to blow them out. Ooh, the Dream Spoiler Witch is 2 now. Okay, Knight of Meadowgrain the draw, but we do get to play out our Changeling after all here. And let's see if they want to trade for Marsh Flitter plus a token. Looks like they're just going to take the hit. Six mana pass. Alright, I'm going to go to combat and just attack with the Giant, see how they want to play this. Because even if they have a way to give it -1/-1, it's not the end of the world for us. Maybe they just take it again? Oh, okay. Interesting. Well, if they're going to take a hit from one blind spot, second blind spot seems pretty good. Fairy Harbinger, okay. Let's see if they have another instant or sorcery they can cast this turn and finish off my Changeling. That would be pretty good for them. We didn't see Nameless Inversion from them. Let's see what they go tutor up. Oh, they do have a Nameless Inversion. Well, I'll be. There's a Moonglove Winnower. Okay, so they're probably going to hit me here. I think they would attack into the Changeling. Yeah, that makes sense. Just 1 damage, though. I don't think they're going to sack a Goblin this immediately. Pass with Nameless Inversion. But now I'm going to kind of get them here by running out the Ajani instead. Oh, they didn't give a creature. -3, . Oh, I see. They're just going to kill the Changeling. Gotcha, that makes sense. So if I attack with the Blind Spot Giants here, I actually can't attack with them the following turn. So I need to wait until I can kill the Moonglove Winnower first. This forces them to throw some of their flyers in the face of a Johnny, though, which is nice. Which means they're going to lose some extra blockers here. So a Johnny's going to die. Whether they attack with 2 creatures or maybe just sack a Goblin is yet to be decided. But then we get to Bonfire their Winnower. 1 card left in the opponent's hand. Ooh, a Lash Out too. That's a nice one. Let's go for the expensive one though. I don't want to Lash Out this turn, I think. This is some serious damage. Alright, take 3. So now all blind spots are going to be lethal. And I can upkeep the Lash Out now to give me a pseudo Scry. The reason, again, we didn't want to Lash Out on our turn there is because it gives them a first look at a card on top. Glimmerdust Nap. Alright, so we'll see if they see the play. What they can do with the Changeling is make my Giant, and it looks like they see it, a non-Giant, and then that's going to not allow me to attack. So I'm going to upkeep Lash Out the Changeling. Now remember, they can use this target creature loses all creature types until end of turn. They did it. They found the play. Okay. Now we clash. If we hit a Giant, then... oh, they fizzled the spell. Right, of course. They can just sacrifice to fizzle. Good play there. Well, they're once again in a position where... Oh, what? I could have attacked with this one and won. Oh, no. Wait, why did they let me attack with that one? That's confusing. They made this one lose all creature types. Oh, I could have won! Oh no! I didn't realize. I totally brain farted there. Wow, that's awkward. We totally had to win that turn. Super awkward. Alright, well, what's next snap? I guess they were still dead. So they messed up as well by attacking with all 3 of their creatures that one turn, and then I threw it back. Wow, multiple mistakes here, but that's the joy of Lorwyn. There are just so many onboard tricks a lot of the time in this format, you know. So got there in the second round. Let's see if I can scuttle my way into a win in round 3. Here we are for the finals of this triple Lorwyn draft after my, well, let's just pretend the second round didn't happen. Even though I won, I am a little bit embarrassed. Anyways, we're on the draw here. We do have a turn 1 2/2 with the Lash Out to follow up. Opponent also apparently playing some number of white cards. Turn 1 2/2. Seems good. There's an Axe Grinder Giant in the back of the Gold Medal Stalwart. Do you see it? Here, I'll show you the 6/4 that we have in our sideboard. See the Axe Grinder here? And then you can see him here. Leaf Gilder now. Okay, green-white. I think the play is probably just to lash that out immediately. And we're going to keep that Avian Changeling on top, which we get to play next turn. That also deals an extra 3 damage to our opponent since we won the clash off of Lash Out. Nice little curve here. Ooh. Maybe more colors from the opponent. I like their strategy. I've had some really fun decks in this format. End up splashing for things like Mole Drifters and Shriek Maws just because there's some pretty good fixing in the format between all the Vivid cards, the Fertile Grounds, and whatnot. And all, or not all, but a lot of the cards that you want to splash for are super easy to splash for since they're only like singleton colored. You know, Muldrifter's 1 blue, Shriekmaw is 1 black, for instance. Maybe they're splashing a Doran too. Little 0-3 Treefork Harbinger. Not a defender, so can attack if you have a Doran. Thorntooth Witch, alright. I think it's probably just best to attack with the Changeling here. And play another flyer, instead of skirmishing onto the Stalwart. Alright, they do have Witch mana, so I'm hoping that they just don't jam a bunch of Treefolk now, because this card will instantly take over the game. So let's attack for 4 in the air. Play out our Plover Knights. Worst card for them to have would be a Nameless Inversion. It would just immediately kill 2 of my creatures. But if they just have like a normal Treefolk spell, that's not too bad. Oh, nice draw. Alright. So we get to shoot the Thorntooth Witch for 7 damage here. Force them to use whatever trick they might have. Again, Nameless Inversion would be the worst. Oh, it looks like they had nothing. Alright, sweet. GG's. Let's again take out the Wismare, bring in the Plover Knights. I don't know why I haven't just done that pre-boarding, because I'm stupid probably. And run it like that. Good deck, good curve, good life. Okay, game 2 of the finals. We are up a game. Hand is pretty medium, but it's going to be a keep. Has a decent curve if we just draw some more lands here. 2-drop, 3-drop, 4-drop, 5-drop. Nothing wrong with playing a 2-2 on turn 2. Nothing at all. Sometimes you just need a bear. And this bear also is decent with our Surge of Thoughtweft, so added bonus. Okay, there's that Treefolk Harbinger again. See what they tutor up this time. Did they actually just get a forest? Oh, they did. Okay, interesting. Let's make this attack here. See if they block. And this just sets them up to make that block, you know, again in a future turn, which means Surge of Thoughtweft is going to be decent there. Cloud Crown Oak is a good one. 3-4 reach. And now we have some options. Ashling doesn't seem great here, but Rune Stalactite equipped on the Changeling doesn't actually get through the Cloud Crown Oak until, the following turn anyways, so let's use our mana up efficiently and just play out the Ashling instead of equipping. Just looking for lands. Let's see if they have a Lignify or something here. Do. They did have a Lignify. Excuse me. Called that one. So Lignify is a 2-mana enchantment, Treefolk tribal enchantment. And the creature becomes a Treefolk with base power and toughness 0-4 and loses all abilities. Let's just play out another Changeling here. If I just draw a 4th land, I can attack into the Cloud Crown Oak and next snap too. They found their black, which isn't good. Because if Thorntooth Witch comes down this game, it's probably going to be an issue. Ooh, regenerate target Treefolk. Nice. Again, did not hit the land that we needed. We're going to be a little bit stuck here. Okay, they hit runner land. Let's see if they have the Thorntooth. I mean, even if they don't have the Thorntooth, they have a regeneration shield for their Cloud Crown Oak now, so not even worth attacking into it until they tap out of black. Fertile ground is fine. We're looking for a Johnny is what we're looking for. Firebelly Changeling, sure. There's a Wrath in the format. Well, there's kind of a few Wraths in this format if you think about it. The main one being Austere Command, which does just kill every creature. But then you have things like Incendiary Command and Final Revels, which is kind of like a Wrath. Uh-oh, this is a lot of mana. 5/7 Vigilance Trample, alright. Double Plover Knight's not doing anything for me. Well, let's bash in the air now. Well, they don't have regeneration mana open. They might just take the 5. Would make a lot of sense. And I don't think I'm going to pump. I think we're just going to pass. Oh my gosh. 5/7 double strike Vigilance Trample with regeneration? Okay, well, let's just remove it from combat this turn, because they can regenerate it here. But this prevents me from taking 10 damage this turn. It also taps the creature. And so now I'm going to attack with everything. And use the Surge of Thoughtweft. Again, they still have regeneration available to them. Okay, this is good for us. Because if they block with a Black Poplar, that gives me the outs of potentially drawing Consuming Bonfire to kill their Oak Gnarl on a further turn, following turn. This is also just a decent amount of damage. Okay. This is still good for us, because it can't save both of those creatures. So 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 damage. We'll put them to 3 life here. We'll draw a card. We'll kill 2 of their creatures. So I imagine they regenerate their Cloud Crown Oak here, but they lose their Poplar. Then I have to make sure I pump up the Firebelly by 1 to also kill the Harbinger. And play at the Greatheart. We just have way too many lethal threats now. Next turn, we just attack with everything. Nice, and we did it. We 3-0'd with a nice little red-white deck there, despite all my mistakes in some of those games. Had such cards as a Johnny and one. And hopefully you guys enjoyed this Flashback Lorwyn draft. Nice little Giants deck. Make sure to read the cards, because that's one of the most important things about all these Flashback formats. There are just so many tricks. A lot of them are going to be on the board, right? Between all the creatures that have some random abilities or something like that. It's vitally important to recognize the onboard tricks in these formats while you're drafting the tribes of the clans. Anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed this. We'll see you back next time.